This is Matchweek. You are joined by myself, Artie Amini. We discuss everything soccer from the highs and the lows in the sporting week to the news that is relevant to you.
Listening to Matchweek. I'm here joined with my guests. You want to go first, Dimitri?
Hey, what's up? It's Dimitrios here. Thank you for having me back on again, Steven. Thank you again, Artie. And can't wait to talk about what happened this past week in the soccer world.
And who else are we accompanied by?
Yeah, it's me. It's Oscar Venegas. You already know. Like Dimitrios said, thank you for having me again. This is like my second appearance on Matchweek, so I'm excited.
Yeah, so we didn't have Matchweek last week, so we missed a couple of things, but there's a lot to catch up in this footballing world. I mean, so much that happened recently. Let's talk about some news that recently happened. This Thursday afternoon. News that shocked the footballing world.
Absolutely.
One of the all-time greats. Unfortunately, Pele passed away at the age of 82. I mean, wow. It's actually amazing because he's arguably the best player that played the sport, and he paved the way for the future of the sport. I mean, in my opinion, I think he sort of set that stepping stone for the rest of the generation of the sport. In my opinion, but what are your opinions on his death and how it affects the football world, guys?
I think it just changes forever because, like you said, that number 10 is synonymous with Pele. There was no really number 10 before, and when he came in, it became an art form when he was playing. He's like one of the only few players that won 3 World Cups of all time, and his goal scoring record was insane. The way how the game was even played differently back then compared to it is now, and I know people who've actually seen him play, when they were even younger.
Yeah.
And when he went to the New York Cosmos, and I knew a guy I used to work with, he was at one of the games during I think he was in the Cosmos in the 70s.
Yeah.
He was there as a little kid, and he saw when Pele there, and he said the stadium was completely just filled up.
I was
That's
watching
phenomenal.
some clips. I mean, I honestly did not know about his stunt at the New York Cosmos.
Yeah.
I mean, that really amazed me because it didn't only everyone in the U.S. the stadiums were filled. I mean, filled of just fans cheering on. It was Pele. But I also had a few my coworkers. One guy he went to go to all of his games, and he said he watched them play, and he's like he said he's the best player. He thinks he's better than Messi.
Wow.
He honestly thinks better than Messi. And I also asked the cook. He's Peruvian. He lives in Peru.
Hey.
But he also says Pele is a better player than Messi. And I honestly, I'm 19 years old. I never watched him play.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're saying that Pele is better than Messi, supposedly arguably our GOAT, then it's just, I mean, wow. He must have been such a good player. I mean,
Yeah.
But he had unfortunately, so he passed away, and they were doing a whole ceremony for him over there in Brazil. I think outside of Santos Stadium. They were carted out outside of his mom's house, who unfortunately is still alive.
Yeah.
It's insane that his mom's 100 years old, and he passed away before her. But
That must be so sad to see, man.
no, yeah,
Yeah, imagine you have a son, turn 100 years old, and then your son dies, and you're still alive. That's I don't think any parent would want to see that.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't wish that on any parent at all. I mean, it's insane, but yeah, I mean, moving on, from one goat to another, we have some crazy news. I mean, I think we all know about it. It's just Cristiano Ronaldo's move to Al Nassr with a whopping contract of $200 million a year.
It's insane.
I have a theory about that. I'll let you finish that.
I don't know. I mean, we're all good. I mean, yeah. So $200 million contract. I mean, the contract length is for 2.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, I need to hear your thoughts because I have a whole picture of the contract breakdown. I will share with you guys in a bit.
That's great.
But I want to hear your opinions first. So, what do you guys think of this move? I mean, do you think it's good? Do you think that it's the right time for him to do this, or do you think that he should have stayed in Europe? I mean, that's why.
I think this is a backway door back into Europe because the same who owns? I think the Saudi Public Fund.
It's the Saudi Investment Fund.
They own Newcastle as well.
Yeah,
so
I heard that.
I don't know.
Champions League.
What happened to Newcastle? It looks like Newcastle's probably going to get Champions League.
Newcastle's looking crazy right now.
Yeah.
So what happened to just like, we can get like Ronaldo in on loan?
Yeah.
And if that happens, I'm just going to laugh. But he went for the money. He even said in that interview with Piers Morgan, he's like, if I really did it for the money, I'll go to Saudi Arabia. And look, my man's getting like what, $6 a second, €6 a second.
I have the transfer breakdown right here in my notes. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. Okay, so this is Cristiano Ronaldo's reported contract breakdown. So I'm gonna start about a year and then go down. So 1 year, $200 million. 1 month, $16.6 million.
Jeez.
1 day, $548K.
What?
Yes, 1 day. That's someone's salary.
I was just about to say that's
year.
someone's salary.
That's two people's. That's like three. Like I don't even know. I don't even want to say. But
that's like one of the top 3% of the world's salary right there,
and then
or something.
1 hour, $22,833,000. 1 minute, $380. 1 second, $6. .34 seconds. I mean that's $6.34 cents.
That's wild.
It's actually insane how much that. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is the biggest contract in sports history. If I read that correctly.
In sports history.
Yeah, in sports history, like at all time, he's the most. This is the most expensive contract out of all.
Is it only 2 years? And then because I know that Saudi Arabia wants to bid for the World Cup, would it become like a?
It's 2 years and a half. So if I'm not mistaken, so the contract includes some sponsorship deals. So he's gonna be promoting, obviously the World Cup for Saudi Arabia coming in 2030. I mean, Saudi Arabia has a bid on the table. And they want the help of Ronaldo, with commercial deals and all that. So the more promotion they could get, more exposure for Saudi Arabia, I think the better chance they have to get that bid for the World Cup. If I'm not mistaken, because it's crazy though. So Portugal and Argentina also have a bid for the 2030 World Cup, and they're saying that if Ronaldo promotes this World Cup for Saudi Arabia, I mean, why wouldn't you promote it for your home country? It's a little bit. It's the money. It's the money.
It has to be the money.
It's the money. But money talks. We all know that.
Now here's what I want to ask you: do you think he retires after his Saudi contract is Saudi Arabia